joining officially. So Nico.
Great performance, please. And there we go. That's the official inspection of teams that has been done by the chief guest and all
Photo
team
moments,
members
spotters.
in their respective capacities. We now have official photograph of the teams and the dignitaries led by the chief guest, Dr. Patrick Ogwe, first team spotters volleyball club. This is the official photograph. As team spotters are taking their official photograph, immediately you see you prepare. Thank you very much. We'll now cross over to Uganda Christian Volleyball Club, Uganda Christian University Volleyball Club. Please cross over. Thank you very much. Match officials, please take over.
Now teams are free to warm up, please. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to a home encounter, a thriller between Uganda Christian University from Uganda and Sports Volleyball Club.
We are supposed to work together.
Let me hear it once again for Spartans! Okay. Energy. The house is divided. Presentation of the starting lineups, ladies and gentlemen. Starting with that of UCU Uganda. Jaze number 2, Ochan. Jaze number 3, Hussein. Jaze number 4, Akamba. Jaze number 13, Nixon. Jaze 15, Joseph. Jaze 16, Eli. The starting libero is Ogusul. And the head coach is Juma Osunge. Team Sports Uganda. Jaze number 3, Samuel. Jaze number 6, Boom. That's the 14, Jonathan. That's the 16, Alan. That's the number 20, Duke. Starting libero, Agaba. And the head coach is Memory. Let's play volleyball.
Beautiful has been happening all week long. It is the Confederation of African Volleyball Zone 5 Club Championships here in Uganda 2025. It is, my name is Shadrach, and I'm not alone. I'm here with a volleyball hero, volleyball fan, a volleyball commentator.
And someone who loves volleyball most, Mumak. And today we are seeing a game between the two Ugandan teams. UCU of Uganda taking on Sportes. Sportes playing his first game here on the Cavb. UCU yesterday played against APR and lost 3-0. How will it go today?
From the look of things, it's like both these teams definitely need the wins. UCU seem to be on pressure this particular time. They are facing a familiar foe. They are facing a team they have played for a time immemorial, a time they have played in the league for many, many years. So these two teams, these players, they know each other so well. They have played against each other numerous times. So it is the tale of the tape is about two teams that surely know each other.
And both of them want the win. There are three teams in this pool: UCU, APR, and Sportes.
Sportes Volleyball Club. And for the look of the APR already has the win in the bus, and they are supposed to play. That is Sportes Volleyball Club to see who is going to have the bragging rights, who is going to be ahead in terms of positioning. That's the matchup we are waiting, and it is going to be a mouth-watering one between Sportes and APR.
So you're already predicting Sportes is running away with this?
I know. I mean, volleyball is a game of uncertainties. You never know until you see.
Okay.
So for UCU, donning white and blue, and on the other side it is Sportes in traditional blue and yellow. On the front court, I see Daniel Guma. I see on the back court there, I see he with arms akimbo, one hand in his that is Agaba. And on the back court still, I see none other than a player who switched from Waze and went to play for UCU, and now he's at Sportes Volleyball Club.
Yes, a former player for UCU. I wonder how it feels playing against your former team. Have you had the opportunity to play against a team you've been?
I call that crossing blades. It's like you're going up against a team that you played for before. So it is what really is happening today, as he's going up against a team that really he played for, a team that picked him from our say in Port Porto, gave him a chance to go and start at UCU on a scholarship, but he's crossing blades with this today. So we just are waiting for the people who are watching at home. Enjoy. This is the home.
Give us the first point goes to UCU. Boom! Hits it hard, but there is a late touch to that.
I call that greed because the ball was spicy. It was an overpass. So boom, with the kind of player that he is, he saw an opportunity to strike that and draw past blood. That is for Sportes Volleyball Club. But
very tall and lucky player, the opposite of Sportes Group. Very tall, jumps high. Very hard.
Earlier on, we were talking about the ability. I mean, players who are a little bit taller and have that skill set, they have an advantage over the shorter ones in terms of that's just blocking, but also a high reach.
So volleyball for tall people.
Yeah, I was telling you earlier on, that is that's a block that is rather a hit comes off a hand trying to dig that ball, but he's surely hurting his former side right there on one of those particular plays. What a block that is!
Block from
him out.
Different block from Duke, blocking the opposite. Nixon from UCU.
Again,
go for the Duke.
There's the same options in motion. Move the center. I call that slicing and dicing through the center.
That makes it 3 points for Spotters and 1 for UCU.
How about the
Spotters
hang
with that
time?
early
I mean,
lead.
he looked as if he was hanging on threads from the sky. The hang time alone and the swing, beautiful piece of play right there from the middle. And wow.
Such players are very difficult to block.
Talking
Nixon
about
again attacks the ball out. 50 Spotters with 4 points.
talking about Nixon is was the best player yesterday for UCU. I mean, he kept on swinging despite the fact that they were losing. They were behind from the beginning up to the end. That's against Rwanda Energy Group, but he had an imprint onto the game and he gave his best despite the fact that they lost.
Today it looks like he's taking long to get into the game because they already have 2 points against them. Early, Nambuba there scored.
Yeah, Eli
10
Lambuma
points for UCU.
actually playing for Sky Volleyball Club last season, right?
No, he's
That was
player.
Nemo, rather Nemo. I beg your
Player.
pardon.
And
Yeah, was
crossed over to
playing-
UCU.
There's a player who really has a striking resemblance with Eli. He was playing for Sky Volleyball Club, and the name is still skipping, but that's the
Another
pickup.
pass for Spotters. And Opus, shot number 15, is
Yeah,
able
that is
to score a point.
Joseph
for-
Opus.
He's not gifted by height, but he has a very good jump.
This is my message every time I see someone shorter who is delivering. Big things come in small packages. He's small in size, but his ability, his agility, his creativity, his productivity is all I'm talking about right now. What a dump that is, and Spotters is running away with this. Not running away, but surely they are putting on the momentum. They know this is business for them.
That's a wise point from Duke. He sees the setter covering in that position. He's very deep and decides to put the ball just below the attack line.
I call that a feathery touch because
Very.
it just, slide behind the blockers. The
Like a
service.
bit sexy.
It's a floater. Pick up by Ogusul. Options for the setter in motion, flying in from the back. But somehow, as if trying to keep that ball alive. What a hit that. That spike is flawless.
Ever since Angelo left UCU, Mark has really upped his game. He's taken up the mentor. He's taken up the whole weight on the team and he's carrying it on his shoulders. That backcourt attack already proves that he's ready to take on anything that comes his way.
Yeah, it's about the flights. I mean, if you're cleared for takeoff, if you have the flight, you have the might. You're surely going to hurt them.
And the setter having the confidence to give him the ball. Finally, says it's an overreach.
Overage, that is from Mosaic.
Ties the game is tight now at 5-1.
Yeah, he's a player that always refers to as the DJ among his peers. That is none other than Moses, who prefers his name to be spelled with a W in the middle. MOW said he's there. So that is none other than Moses, representing for Sky.
From Ian, constant block. There is no way through for the Spotters center player there. Ian was already in position and he blocked the ball well. It's 6 points for UCU. It takes the lead. Second time it's taking the lead. It's 6 points for UCU and 5 for Spotters. Looks like we have a very nice game ahead of us today. Let's watch and enjoy. Boom is blocked by Ogusu.
About ricochets. I call that ricocheting. Up high for the hit. What a pickup that is. Out of no. Moses with a set. Coming off the block, but it is an infringement. It is a touch.
The net.
And Spotters is smiling in terms of scoring because they are tied.
6 all. 6 for UCU and 6 for Spotters. Looks like we have a very nice game ahead of us today. Spotters looking for that one win to qualify as number 2. And UCU looking for that win to also go through.
That is Daniel Boom on your screens right there. He was playing for Fobra Volleyball Club before he was picked up by Spotters. And UCU is punishing Spotters Volleyball Club coming off for those errors. And this time through the center, Ian Akampa.
Gives them the 8th point. It's a 2-point game already.
Ian Akampa has really revolved in this volleyball game because considering in fact they only started playing around 2021, but From a look of things, it seems like he has upped his game. He's going up against some of the best of the best. When you go up against the cream de la cream, you belong to the cream de la cream.
Having started volleyball late, it's maturity there. Training with the best coaches, best facilities. You see you having the best one of the best facilities in Uganda.
Another floater, straight into mark. Options and motions. Up high, down hard. That is none other than Mark Omara. He is the captain, or rather, as they say in Spanish or Italiano, El Capitano.
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 He's having all on his shoulders, and he's showing it already by the points he's scored for them. Wonderful attacks already.
Yeah, so far so good for him. I mean, his shoulders must be hurting because he has been carrying this team from the beginning. But yesterday, if it is about shoulders, it was Nixon. They say up high, attacking right there, coming off. Somehow they keep the ball alive. Touch. Yes, there is. And so back. It is a Mark Umara story right here at the M10 Arena in Ugogo as the fans are thrown in a frenzy.
Mark Omara party going on. He jumps high, hits the ball above the high block of Alan and Mose combined together. It's 10 points for UCU and 7 for
Scores at 8, UCU at 10. From a replay center, right there, our production manager. Big shout outs to Kenneth. Thank you very much for the tremendous job. There is the floater, straight into the chest, the pickup, up high for the set. It's a back set. Swinging and hitting onto the outside. Nixon offers his hand up in apology and says, "One, mine."
Apologizes to his teammates. Everyone expected him to score at that point. But it's a point for Scotters. It's 9 Scotters, 10 for UCU.
Exactly. I mean, from a look, the squad is trying to play catch up right on the heels. They beautiful. It is sensational. It is flawless right there from Hussein Adome.
One of the wisest setters we have around.
Yeah, Hussein
Very
Adome.
young.
He's a good setter.
Young and promising.
Yeah. Was he at Hussein Adome? Also,
Very young and promising.
exactly. There is another floater straight into the chest. Up high, improvisation set. Fly
Nice
and
block.
getting blocks. Somehow they keep that ball alive.
Nixon! He's covered well.
There is the free ball.
You see the center.
But Omara taking the show. It is the Omara scoring.
Hope you're enjoying it already from wherever you are.
M10 Arena in Rugogo. Jonas Mawezi, Mapale Alex, Audrey Agaba, Zion Rocks. Actually, I know Audrey Agaba is actually playing for BBC. Is a young lady who was at Gaza High School. I had the opportunity to coach her in volleyball and basketball as well. Gaza High. In the meantime,
Multi-talented.
the Lewis in white, the pickup. Moses through the center. There is the block once again. Improvisation. What a beautiful rally this is. The only can't seem to drop. Is there a touch? There is an infringement when the electricity are through the arena today. And Scores is supposed to call for a timeout right here at the M10 Arena in Rugogo. Now Scores came in as the favorites, but UCU has a message for this Scores side. We didn't move all the way from Mukono to come here for a loss. They came here at the M10 Arena in Rugogo with a rebellious mind, and they are showing that rebellion right here. They are showing creativity, they are showing motivation, and they are showing productivity.
That's 13 points for UCU at 9 for Scotters. What an interesting game we have here. The crowd is already taking up their sides. Which side are you? Those who are watching, please send in your predictions. Who's going to run away with this game?
So, shout out to the people who are watching. I see Lancers, Wanga Timothy, Katushabe Roy, Abalo Caro, Michael Owens, Priscilla Aaron, Sylvia Namulwa, Michael again, Isaiah, Michael, Abraham. We see very many people Matthias below. Let's go, Mems. I believe this one is a fan from Zimbabwe. But at that time out, just Costa the momentum of UCU, and they just hit in the net.
Usually we call that the whenever a coach calls a timeout and the other side makes an error.
Exactly.
That's
That is
a
what
positive.
Coach Memory always say. That's Coach Memory do it. You call for a timeout when the other team is gaining momentum. The fans are truly getting into the game. There is the floater. There is the pickup. There is the set. There is the hit. The pickup once again. Out of system set. Jump service. Flying and gunning. Running and gunning. That is boom. Daniel Boom.
Shot number 6. A very tall and lanky player. Player who doesn't fear to attack anymore as long as it's up.
In the front court for Forest. You have Daniel Boom. You have Sam Engwao. You have, is it not Rukundo? It is Rukundo's brother right there.
Nixon attacks it out. It's 12 for Sporters and 13. Just a 1-point game right now.
Volleyball is a game of errors.
From 4 points, it's now just 1
Before
point.
you see you called for a time, Sporters called for a timeout. You see you was in the lead. They had the momentum. They had the 3-point lead, and the game was there to lose. Rather, the lead was theirs already, but Sporters called for timeout. They lose their momentum, and mistakes and errors are surely eating and feeding them, and chewing them up right now. So it is Sporters in the lead, and you see has a lot of talking to do. On the screen right there, you see Fahad Zungo, who plays for, I beg your pardon, that is Deo, Coach Deo, and he has a resemblance with Fahad Zungo, I must say. But it is right there on the screen, it is Sporters gaining momentum, it is 12 of 3.
After Sporters makes those 3 consecutive points, the UCU coach is supposed to make a timeout. Will the timeout help UCU, or again the momentum is on the Sporters side?
But then, talk about
13.
Sporters.
Yes.
The fact that they are playing and they have Malinga on the bench, up high for the hit, off the block once again. Marvelous pick up, marvelous switch. That block is demolished. The ball flies to outside. Sporters just played catch up. The DJ is Moses going for the sub.
The game is tied at 13-4. 13 for Sporters, 13 for UCU.
Up high for the set. There is the down. This time, it is Mark O'Mara who chooses to go for a pillow soft touch. Just a silky touch behind the blockers. And they pick up the point. In your screens, I see Tumukunde, I see Moses, I see Agaba. They are preparing for a reception. And they have the luxury of having Malinga on the bench.
It's the CFVB Zone 5 Championship taking place right here in Kampala. If you can, please make it to the arena. We still have one more game coming up immediately after this. It will be Nemo Stars taking on Lukinzo.
Exactly. Nemo Stars, the team, your beloved Nemo Stars, a team that you have at heart. What do you hope? What do you wish for the coming matchup with Lukinzo?
Having lost the first game, Nemo
Flying like a butterfly and stinging like a bee. That is Eli Naguma. Through the center, I call him an ATM. Every time he goes up high, he delivers cash.
What an attack from Eli. Sends him to the service box. A good server he is. When the ball goes up, it's a really good floater. Unfortunately, he doesn't cross it.
I mean, it's more like you wash your clothes and hang them in the dirt. I see Coach Juma Osunge trying to give him a word of encouragement, but it's an rare error from Eli Naguma. After picking up a heavy point for ECU, he clatters that ball into the net.
Tying the game at 15-all. It's 15 for Sporters and 15 for UCU in this first set of their game, CAVP Club Championship game.
Yeah. They pick up, the set, they fly, Mark O'Mara.
Oh, boy.
Flying in from the back. Like he has wings, raising and hurting Sporters Volleyball Club.
With a backcourt attack. It's 16 for UCU and 15 for Sporters. Just a 1-point game.
Then pick up once again. The back set. Flying. Coming off the block. This time it is Daniel Goom who clatters that block, smashes it, tears through it, and there comes the substitution. There comes the cavalry, and the fans are thrown in another frenzy, electrifying atmosphere, electrifying arena. This is the electrifying Sporters Volleyball Club channel.
Spotters brings on shot number 12, Cavb Malinga. And the fans love it. They're screaming alone.
I mean, he's electrifying as a player.
Anticipating whatever he's going to do.
Exactly. Here is the floater. Here is the pickup once again. Options are all in motion. Flying.
Opposite. No one is able to reach the touch. But the ball was up in air. Agaba showing he's still the best libero in the country.
For today, he is the sacrificial lamb. They just caught him on the line right there. But the cover was brilliant. But the speed was lacking. Whoever was supposed to help him. That is none other than Nick Agawa. The pickup once again. Up high through the center. 100 pickup right there.
Obusu shows what Agaba can do. I
can do way better.
That's such a nice. 17.
I'm out of words.
17.
I can't describe what the hit that is from Malinga. Look at that.
Malinga.
And hitting.
4-4.
I mean, it's like they've just unleashed a weapon of mass destruction, no coming off the bench. There is the set, flying in from the back once again. That ball flies in the
touch.
Yes, that is for the fact that he has glasses, I believe his sight is not minimal, it's not marginal. It is surely a good sight. It tells us there was a touch of that ball, and you see you are smiling on the scoreboard. It is 18. They are in the league, but how about Cavb Malinga?
That one attack really scares everyone. Everyone wants the ball to go to him. They are able to block him. Unable to block Jonah. Jonah scores the 18th point for Spotters. It's now 18. Spotters, 18 for UCU.
Wambale Alex, Pedwin, George Mwewat, among Joe and Okajo, Chiron the Ear, Nanuka Alicia, Michael Owen. I see very many people here who are watching. Makumbi John Paul. I mean, just keep those messages coming. Represent for your team. Omondi Godwin, I believe he plays for Kampala University. Sometimes he's the leader, sometimes he's an attacker. He's the shortest attacker in the Ugandan Volleyball League, I believe. So,
Serie B, Serie C.
Exactly. So, here is the service. He's a floater.
Spotters made that substitution to bring on a good server. Marco Mara is blocked this time. But he said the clock sent the ball to the antenna, and that's the point for UCU. It's 19 for UCU, 18 for Spotters. Muchiwi John Paul saying Spotters is just showing off.
Exactly. So here is the service.
Oh!
There is the improvisation set, and there is the damp once again. There is the big high from the
18.
There is the touch in that ball.
20.
Kumara offering apology. None other than Cavb Malinga. He got a touch of that ball. He was hoping the referee would call for it outside, and UCU just picks up their 20 points.
It's 20 for UCU and 18 for Spotters. 2-point game. And Hussein serves the ball out, gifting a point to Spotters. Just a 1-point game right now.
Audrey Agaba, Zion Rocks, Omondi, Wambale Alex, all the people watching out there, we appreciate you. You might not be able to read all the messages that you're sending, but we appreciate you so much what you're doing. There is the
double substitution is back once again.
The growth of Malinga again. They're bringing back Daniel Goom. He's tall, he's lanky, and he's ferocious in terms of attack. He is ruthless, he is merciless, and when it comes to blocking, he is a monster.
Monster blocker. Obusu receives well for UCU. Jump, net touch from the opposite. That's Nixon. Ties the game at 20 all in this first set of the game.
But from the look of things, it is UCU started off so well. They had a glorious start of the game, but as Spotters all those timeouts and then coupled with some of the errors that UCU was making, one of the reasons why we are tied at 20 all coming off the clock. That's the reason why they brought on this. Look at that punch coach. These are top players.
The referee says the ball through the side.
That ball dropped into the court. I mean,
the referee says it went through the clock to the Spotters side. Fans don't believe with him. He calls for consultations from his sideline. 20-20. Who is taking the 21st point?
And right
The
there,
referee, I
Right.
think, is going to call for a common
yeah,
point.
right there on your screen.
Let's all replay it.
Very possible, but from a look of things, it seems like that ball was a good chamber here and the home of class volleyball, that is Sports Volleyball Club, to give you a chance to watch then from a replay center what transpired. And from the look of things, for you who are watching from home, you can be the judge of this. Look at that. It was a clear block. The ball drops into the front spot. It is supposed to be a Sports point, but let's wait and see what the referee has called for. Either a timeout point, I believe they have called
Sorry, has called for a common point.
but
They have
yeah,
to replay the point.
exactly. So, he is the DJ, that is Moses preparing stuff.
Good reception from Marco Mara. They go for the middle. Reception, free ball crossover. Moses goes for the opposite. His blocked ball is still up. Point for Sports. Sports takes point 21.
Exactly. I mean, from a look of things, it's like these two teams came here to give us a sensational day, to give us a sensational volleyball. Beautiful scenes right here at the MTN Arena in Lugogo. There is a swallow block right there, and there is a floater. There is the pickup. Options for the setter are in motion. A glorious attack from Marco. He is flawless. He is ferocious, and he goes up high with ferocity. Look at that hit.
The block was there, and he dodges the block and scores, equalizing the 21st point for UCU. It's 21-all, sends him to the service box. Good server, serves to Duke.
Cross court. There is the dart. Very well. House of system set. Up high in the set. Next shot. It is. From a Sports Volleyball Club. And from the look right there in the background, you can tell the fans are slowly getting into this game. They are having fun. And as Sports is forced to call for a timeout right there. And it is a UCU in the driving seat. It is 22. It is 21. And the fans right there, you can see fans from KBC communication from the referees. It seems like Sports knows what is at stake. You can't lose this. This is one of the easiest teams they are supposed to beat probably in their group. But,
like I said, that there are only 3 things in this pool. All you need is one winner to throw as number 1 or number 2.
Actually, on the screen right there, I saw a basketball player. They called him Nasaguli. He's also called Shikiri. He was representing for none other than representing from the Falcons. He also switched and went on to play for the Mongo Blazers. He was just right there in the stands enjoying volleyball. And here comes UCU, that is the captain,
Marco Mara in the service box once again.
Choose power, floater.
Floats it. Agaba. Super ball over. Takes the ball out. Gives to UCU 23. 23 for UCU, 21 for Sports. Looks like UCU is taking his first set. It's already 23, 2-point game in the late game. A really hard, but Sports has already shown us can jump for points down and catch up.
And down from behind. They have surely been at this level before. Agaba with the pickup, option to the motion, coming off the block onto the outside. Beautiful vision and reach from Agaba to be critical. No, that ball was sailing outside after an easy Sports point.
22 for Sports, 23 UCU. If you're the UCU coach, what would you be telling your boys right now?
It's more like we've been in such situations before. It's about your adrenaline. You've been in such situations. It's about keeping it tight, reduce margin for errors. There was that on, no,
an error already.
Ball,
23. Beautiful game we have.
Yeah, we have Nathan Emom, Michael Owen Jr. They are surely watching. It is Sports Volleyball Club. It is UCU, and UCU is supposed to call for a second timeout, and the final one. We are tied at 23 apiece. First to 25.
UCU had the chance to take this set already. Had a 2-point lead in the late game, 23-21. But Sports has shown us already, like it has in the earlier sets, in the earlier game, that it can catch up. However big the lead may be, they have the mental, they have the ability, they have the attackers that can help catch up. The game is
So
now tied
it
at
is
23-23.
it is fast to 25. Remember, this game of volleyball started over 130 years ago, and there have been changes. We used to play in the beginning around 1912, 1914, and 16. They used to play 15, rather 21 points, and then after that, around 1918, they reduced it to 15 points, and they were playing 3 sets. That is fast to 2.
And
But
now
right
from
now,
9 best of
we are
5.
playing 25. This rule came in 1998.
Still up, still up.
Goodness gracious me. Options through the center. And
Net touch. Set point for UCU. Set point for UCU. Naguma Eli going to serve. Substitution for Team UCU. Naguma Eli is taken off. Like I said, he's not the best server. And Oyela is brought on. Serve. Number 10.
Jersey number 10. Ayala has come in and deliver. I think that is that's the tactical substitution from Coach Juma Wasunge. Coach Juma Wasunge has a lot of experience, has been in such situations before. So for him to bring on a server says a lot about the caliber of the coach he is.
So the game is first set goes to UCU, 25-23. The referee says the ball is out.
Second the first set. Right in the goal. It is not about talking the talk.
Look at the cross.
Before UCU started playing this game, they were talking the talk, but from the look of things, they are walking the walk as well. And from the statistics side, I would have mentioned that CU second the first set, that was a thunderous hit from Samenwao. But remember, no matter the hit it is, the ball is supposed to be in the confines, so the coach right outside. That is none other than Samenwao.
The first set goes to UCU. If you're coming to the MTN Arena and you're late, you're not going to find a seat. Please hurry. All the seats are covered. The fans are loving it. The morale is high. UCU takes the first set. The Spartans come back and win the second set and push us. Push the game further, or UCU is Laina Mungano.
We'll give you a chance to watch from the replay center. We're just giving you some of the statistics right here. As coaches are 23 and UCU are 25. As this is the first set, and UCU has the advantage. 13 attacks for that is Sports, 15 for UCU Dubs, 1 block that is for Sports, and 2 blocks that is for UCU Dubs. There is no single service case for either of the teams, and the opponent errors we have 8 for UCU and 9 for Sports. What does this say about the team? That is the tail of the ladder, the tail of the tape.
Having both teams make more errors shows having both teams have no errors shows how every team has come for this game. And the errors match the balance. The game is so balanced. You can't say Sports is way better than UCU. Neither can you say UCU is way better than Sports. So we might be having a 5-3 ahead of us today.
It is very possible. 5 or 4 1 5 2. It is a UCU that has grown past blood here at the Confederation of African Volleyball Zone 5 Club Championship here in Uganda. Remember, Uganda won that bid, and they are hosting a lot of teams from neighboring countries, and from teams from far and wide, from the west, from the north, from the south, and from the east. Teams from Rwanda, teams from Burundi, teams from Congo, and guns are blazing.
The game itself, these games are sports. Games are sports, anything can happen.
So you, in the meantime, you can take in the sites. You can watch some of the from the replay center from our production team. As we wait and come back for the second set. UCU 1, Sports 0. And we are just heading back into the second set. It is you see already with smiles as they look on the scoreboard. It is 1-0. That is as Sporters Volleyball Club continues to stumble and bumble. This UCU side is ready to rumble. Forget the rumble in the jungle. They are making a lot of fumbles. That is Sporters Volleyball Club, and it is no surprise that UCU is in the lead.
We come to this tournament after Sporters with its unbeaten run. It had started a beaten run of two consecutive games.
Exactly.
Against Sporters, against Nemo Stars, against KCCA, and it comes into this tournament with the morale down. Will they come up and...
in fact, they lost 2 games, but there's been a change up, I believe. They are starting Cavb Malinga. I see Alan still on the court. I see Duke Chomukama. I see that is
Jonathan
Chomukunde. There's a lot of potential in this Sporters team. Most of these players have represented the national team. On the other side, you look at UCU, and these are players who are still rising in terms of ranks. They are still rising in terms of, that is a ladder to success in terms of their skill set. But you can see the fans are there everywhere, and they are surely watching in numbers. Fans from Sporters Volleyball Club, remember, Sporters ladies also had a gift, and they are surely enjoying. They are basking in. They will be basking in glory, but they are basking in a lot.
UCU doesn't make any changes on its starting lineup, and it starts us off with Hussein in the service box. It goes straight for their horse.
And wow, I mean, there is a missing piece of the puzzle for Sporters Volleyball Club. That is none other than Emma Chifesi. That is Emma,
the middle player.
He got injured, but he's one of the best middle players we have in the region. So I believe he's a big miss. That is for Sporters Volleyball Club. But today they brought in Martin Tukureka all the way from Mundeje to fill that gap.
But Makomara is taking the show. Ties the game at 1-1. It's not very late for you to send in your predictions. It's 1 set for UCU and 0 for Sporters. Send in your predictions. We see which side you're rooting to take this game. We see Makomara taking up. He has UCU on his shoulders.
He's cheesy, he's greasy, and he's surely hurting these people, but
he apologizes.
He just makes a mistake. But just like I told Coach Memora yesterday, he who has not seen before, be the first one to cast a stone. All volleyball players have surely missed a service, so I cannot put his foot to the head.
Service error.
Exactly, but he's going for jump service,
which we rarely see now.
Yeah, we rarely in the Uganda, but there's a reason as to why. One of the major reasons, I quote this from the horse's mouth. That's none other than Amon from Rwanda. He says, in Rwanda, all their games are played indoors, so it gives you the momentum and the ability to be able to jump serve. But here, most of the games are played outside. Jonathan Tukunde.
Jonah shot 14.
His presence. Yeah, his presence felt. He has been a little bit silent from the beginning, but he's trying to let them know. And here for the taking.
Talk about that wonderful set from Jose.
Moses, he is a DJ. He's just not a DJ. He's an artist.
He jumps so well, puts the ball up there for Jonathan just to press it wherever he wanted it to be. Makomara with the reception. Ian Atampa. Ian.
Someone who started playing volleyball in 2021. It is 2025.
So you mean
4 years later. Exactly, after COVID.
Campus.
But he says some of the people who really influence in terms of playing is Jonathan Lukundo, and that is Jonathan Lukundo, because they're from the same village and they influence so much. And he says that these are some of the players that he looks up to, but through the center are slicing and dicing. That is Alan. He never got a pretty touch onto that one, but a point is a point.
An easy point for Sporters there. When you stand with these players, they look normal heights on the camera, but these players are really tall.
They are really tall.
Some of them measuring
6'4", 6'6". I mean, they are really long and lanky, and some of, especially the middle players, when it comes to height, trust me, but the Rwandese have really upped their game. Most of the players are really tall. I mean, you see someone on court, you try to get close to them, and you just get amazed at how tall they can be.
I had a small talk with one of those Rwandese players, And he says the first conditions don't drop team in Rwanda is height. So they are dropping out the short players, turning them into barrels, coaching, and any other thing, but the arrow as well.
I understand. So on your screen, it is Alan Alinda trying to serve. Jonah Tumukunde, his brother, is a legend, floating that ball. There is a pickup through the center, coming off the
Yeah,
block.
Nakampa once again.
Flying and stinging, that is Ian Akampa. Does it all. Got a national team call up last year, I believe. But remember, Uganda never got to represent for African club national championships for reasons best known to administration.
This is the next generation of the best center players. Ball is out. The referee says ball is out.
Let's talk about
6
the
points
flight.
for Scottish and
Let's
5.
talk about that flight.
Wonderful set from Moses.
Yeah.
But Madinga applies, meets the ball, but the referee says the attack was out.
Kick up by Malinga. Flying in. Goodness gracious me. That was a bomb. That was an explosion from Duke Shomukama. He is hurting the team that brought him into Serie A. That is none other than UCU. So he is crossing blades with his former side.
Please don't forget to send in your prediction. Happy, you are saying. It's going to be a 3-0. So we see service error from you. Like you said earlier, washing your clothes and hanging them on the ground.
In the darts, that is Duke Shomukama, player with experience. I mean, he's still young, but the fact that he has played with the best of the best, he surely has garnered a lot of experience in this particular team. So it is Duke preparing right there to Achera.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. And as for UCU, tying the game at 7 all. 7 UCU, 7 Squatters. What an error, simple error from the two players. The libero dipped. Backcourt. One is up. Is able to pass the clock of Alan together with Moses. UCU takes the lead. First time this one set.
But the fans are getting into this game. I mean, there are a lot of Scottish fans in the arena. There are a lot of UCU fans in the arena. That is the swallow ball right there. That is none other than combination of Alan and Moses, the setter.
Alan previously was playing as a receiver attacker. He's just been converted into a middle player.
Actually, in these earlier years playing for
That is high school volleyball.
Barara.
You don't mention high school volleyball. Yeah,
This was a middle breaker. So they
Sorry, you don't drink high school volleyball. To what
exactly.
Yeah.
I think
It's the highest level volleyball in Uganda.
Alan Harinda is from Barara. Right now he stays in Gayaza. His mom is from Sweden, Norway rather, and surely should be watching and be proud of his boy representing at the big of stages. And there is another mistake from Nixon flying and gunning that ball onto the outside for the Squatters point. 1 point lead for Squatters.
This the CAVB Club Championship taking place right here in Kampala. It will be going on up to the 4th of March.
Up high for the hit. There is a pickup on overpass, and there's a mistake from that is none other than Eli Kuma, representing the UCU, not just in university games, but also as a club. They tend to use most of the players, if not all the players that they use are university students.
Most of these players are students, and every year UCU loses at least 3 players.
Yeah, they always lose the crop. Flying, coming off the block right there. There is a chance. There is a hit. 100 acrobatic pickup. Up high for the hit.
Also the block and it's covered.
Negarad is shielding right here through the center. And it ends in a mistake from Elina Kuma. It is a beautiful move through the center. The connection, the perfection, and the dump.
So see the first time out for Team UCU. Fortes has made 4 points in a row. And has a 3-point lead right now.
That is the message for the coach. You're supposed to call for a timeout. The moment you see that there's momentum that is building for the opposite team. But among Joe and Okadaro, Eric Cunha, I believe That is Bambale Alex, Happy Staff, Eric Tunya again, Becca Bibi, Hamlet, Kalemire, Chinom Juni, Brian, Michael Owen, Brian Atuhaire, features for, is it for police?
Police
Right here in
Plus
Serie
Uganda.
A. He was all playing for Lakers, and that is in Serie B. He played for OBB. He's a sensational and flawless player in volleyball here in Uganda. So my shout out to everyone who is watching and sending regards.
Please let us know you're watching by sending a comment. Send your predictions for this game. How you think the game is going to end. You see Team Tom Kama covering the ball in 6. The Swallow block.
So Mark, the introduction of Cavb Malinga, how much of it has changed the momentum and given this side, Scottish side, the momentum that they needed?
They get that one attack and the setter is so reliable on. So sure he goes that side. The setter is so sure he gets the ball to him. It's a point for his team.
Rolling and controlling through the center.
Naguma.
It is Eli Naguma.
Naguma Eli.
Exactly, but I keep the straight face. If I had hit a ball like that, I would be smiling and that's what I'm saying. But
we would run around the whole court celebrating just 1 point.
There is the floater. There is the pickup. There is the dump. One-handed pickup. It is proposes who subdues that UCU side.
13 for Scotters and 9 for UCU. Both teams play in the Ugandan Volleyball League. Scotters is currently number 2 on the table, and UCU lacks well below in
there is the
position.
pickup. This time there is an error, and Hussein Adome is not happy with the cover. He expects some of the people from behind to come and cover that ball, but they were a little bit lagged behind, slacking, and they just give the GCU a rather flawless, that easy one.
Sporting Curry calls for a carry on reception. The fans don't agree. But the referee sticks to his decision. It's a carry reception.
Carry ball. For some people, they say when it's the first touch, you can carry the ball, but I think
you don't have to stay with the ball so long in your hands.
Exactly. There is the set, Nixon. There's again. It is about the cover.
16.
I don't know whether the cover is going to come from the libero, but Nixon did his job, but there was no cover whatsoever. But also his reflexes are lacking a little bit. So it is a Scottish Volleyball Club gaining, gathering, and achieving.
That is 17-9. Does UCU coach have to call a timeout right now? Reduce the momentum. It looks like Scotters is running out with this second set. 17 for Scotters and 9 for UCU. Insist doesn't call for a timeout, hoping his team is going to break the service of Mosaic.
There is the pickup. Back set once again. Mark Kamara goes cross court. It picks up a much needed point after UCU there at 10. And the Scotters with a 7-point cushion. It seems this is the Scotters of old. The Scotters that most of the people are waiting for. But
you can still
count UCU out.
You can still send in your predictions. Bye. Thank you for watching. She says Scotters is going to win this 2-1.
Coming off the block. Kept alive. There is the back set. There is the hit once again.
Ball covered.
The running is building. Who will take the last lap? The pick up once again by Augustus. Flying in from the
this time
into the net.
This time he's under the score.
Of the fans. Listen to that roar.
It's a net touch there.
And us from the fans in unison because they're not happy with what Mark just did. Your namesake.
Mark Obara, Omo. We see there is UCU making the double substitution, taking off the setter for the opposite and the opposite for the setter. That gives the setter 3 attackers at the front court. It's Asimwe, shot number 4. Plays for UCU, communicating with the players.
And the Cavb Malinga preparing for jump service. Does he keep it onto the court? Yes, he does. Majestic pick up. And they surely lacking in terms of communication. And it is evident the mistakes
The hit
continue
comes
to hurt UCU, and I'll not be surprised if they go for a timeout. But from a look of things, with a 9-point cushion, and ace,
I love watching aces.
Cuthbert Maninga. It is
He catches the energy, the jump, just taps the ball over.
exactly. I mean, because earlier on it seems like it's like this UCU side was preparing for strong service, but this time it changes. The momentum of the ball, he only goes for a chippy one just above the net, drops in front of the attackers. That is the return attacker, and is smiling all the way to the scoreboard. 20 for Spodes,
10-point
10
cushion.
for UCU. I repeat, it is 20 for Spodes and 10 for UCU.
It's the second set of the game UCU taking on Spotes, both teams from Uganda. CFVP Zone 5 games happening right here in Kampala. If you're in Uganda, please make it a point to come and watch these games because they'll be on until the 4th of March. If you can't make it here, please subscribe. You'll get a notification of all the games
Cuthbert once again.
as will be shown.
One is onto the outside, and the score is 20 for Spotes and 11 for UCU. That score is not AI generated. That is not an error from the technical team. It is a real score. UCU has one set in the bag already, but Spotes have come back firing. They're weaving and achieving in this particular set.
The 12 players, 12 blocks for UCU at the front court. They took on a substitution, but Ogusul is unable to keep the ball on. Eli rather. He serves the ball out. It's 21-11. A 10-point cushion for Spotes. They've really run away with the second set. They've shown the dominance.
Because it means a lot for them. Not for just from the coaches, but also the players through the center. That is Ian Nakampa hanging and just dumping that ball behind the blockers.
12 point for UCU. Please send in your predictions, send in your comments. We'd love to engage with you. It's the game Spotes taking on UCU. Yes, for UCU. It looked like he was going to jump serve as well. Just decided to tap the ball over the net. And it's an ace. 13 point for UCU. It's 13-21. Very good receivers for UCU. For Spotes.
There's the pickup. They are in transition. Up high for the set. Up high for the hit. That ball just flies outside. They are begging for a touch from the blockers. But the referee awards that to UCU 14, I beg your pardon. 21.
Mark Omara looks at the ball well, says no, that's going out. Dodges the ball. It goes out.
It's another floater. Another with the pickup. Top shot up high, coming off the block. What a beautiful pickup that is. It is another free ball for UCU. They are in motion. On the floor and
15. They still have the belief they can come back and win this set.
One-on-one with Dr. Mukama. The UCU players are thrown in the frenzy. They have celebrated that point like it mattered the most. They went up against the player who just switched allegiance, left their team just a season ago, and is now playing for Spotes.
15-21. Duke says that's enough. We'll break it. 22 Spotes, 15 for UCU. The game is really interesting to watch. Very interesting for the fans right here in the indoor. But the fans look quiet. Does that mean everyone is UCU side?
No, it seems that there are very many teams here in this particular arena. And there's a substitution. Martin Chukwureka plays for Deje University Volleyball Club. That is on the other side of the world. But remember, this is an open invitation. You can bring in a player that you feel can be a major key for your team in your quest for a win.
So he's come on to help the team with the 3 points to take on the second set. And over reach, ball was crossing, would have left it to go across.
From Asimwe,
the setter for UCU.
Exactly. I mean, after this, we are going to have Nemo taking on Repinzo. Repinzo, these are boys all the way across that over 717 kilometers right there in Bujumbura, and they are here ready to take on one of the best teams in the country. Nemo played yesterday, and they lost that matchup against Reg as they set up high. Ball was flying.
I think he believed there was a touch. He forced to touch the ball, bring it back. Unfortunately, he was unable to. It's 16 for ECU, 23 for Scottish. Second set in the CFVB Clubs Championship.
Exactly. Here is the service. Straight into Dr. Mukama. Up high for the set. Flying in
The
from the
five.
back set. The pipe was set well, but the hit was lacking a little bit from none other than Cuthbert.
Look at that. It's slightly off the attacker, setup player.
Exactly. I mean,
We
with
didn't.
that. Let's talk about the flight.
Very
The
good
hang
flyer.
time.
A touch from Cox. ECU, that set point for Scottish to tie the game at 1-all. Duke Chobakama in the service box to serve.
24 and 17 for UCU. It was 2010 just a couple of moments ago. The back set.
Amanya, shot number 18. Realize all the names. Agaba, Amanya, Akampa.
Camper. Exactly. It is a Western affair right here.
But you see,
From the hills of Chigesi to the plains of Mbarara. They're out here representing. That is for UCU as well as Scottish Volleyball Club. So this is a battle of two of the best teams in the UVF, that is Uganda Volleyball League, and it is bloody for both of the teams.
They bring on Ayala to serve for Ian Akampa. That means Elina Guma is back on front court. You see you trying to fight and extend the game, but it's 24-18. Unfortunately, Ayala says it's enough for the second set. 25 points for Scottish and 18 for UCU.
Just
And in the second set.
So we are square right now. UCU comes and takes the first set, but as Scottish had a couple of tricks up their sleeves, they come into the second set and they play like the Scottish that we are used to do. They continue to have its UCU side that took the first set. So it is from a team start. It is the second set. UCU at one, Scottish at one set. So it is one set apiece. 8 attacks from none other than UCU. 11 attacks from Scottish. 1 block from UCU. 3 blocks from Scottish. 2 ace services from UCU. 1 from Scottish. 7 opponent errors. That is on the side of UCU Dubs, and 10 opponent errors on the side of Scottish.
Again, a balanced, balanced scoreboard. 25-18 for Scottish. Scottish has really shown it's a mighty team here, coming from losing the first set and balances, equalizes the third score. It's 1-all, and we'll be right back for the third set of this game, CFVP Club Championship. UCU taking on, UCU taking on Scottish.
Set scores 1-1.
Start of the third set, the referee calls us back for the third set. The game is tied at 1-1. Send in your predictions. Who do you think is going to win this? It's 1 for Scottish and 1 for UCU.
Not just predictions. I also want to know where you're watching from. I send my shout out to Alex Gwambale. He's always watching all the way from Kasese. For the people in Kasese, Kuti. We appreciate you so much for watching from the hills right there in Kasese. Gwambale Alex is a big fan of volleyball. He's always watching every time the home of classic volleyball, that is Sports channel, is showcasing any game whatsoever, no matter how big, no matter the magnitude of the game. He is always channeled in and watching. Alex Gwambale.
And he always lets us know that he's watching, sends in his comments, and we always make sure we read his comments and send him his regards. Thank you, Alex Gwambale, for always watching and following. You can also get the notifications by subscribing to the Sports channel. Every time there's a game, you will get a notification right there on your phone.
Exactly. There is a preparation for service. This is a hard set, and it seems like Sports means business. You know what is at stake right here.
Moses in the service box. UCU takes the first point. Naguma early jumping to block the ball, but the ball doesn't cross over. It sends Hussein Adome to the service box. Very good server, very tactical server. Knows which positions to always put the ball. And who will he serve? My guess is Jonah. And indeed he goes to Jonah. But the attack was so strong for the clock to put it down. Just goes wide, blocked out. Jonah makes it 1-1. 1 for Scottish, 1 for UCU.
Exactly. So it is the jump server preparing to serve. That is Cavb Malinga.
Strong opportunity to control. Yes. Cavb Malinga. 2-1. What a service.
Exactly. I mean,
what a service.
Let's first talk about the pace.
What a service.
Let's talk about the skill.
The momentum.
Exactly. The momentum, the speed on that fall. Again, by this time the ball flies outside, but it is ruthless. It is merciless. That is Cavb Malinga.
Cavb Malinga shows us that anything is possible in volley. That jump serve straight to your body.
The pickup, the set, flying in right there, and there is another pickup, but that ball flies into the outside. There is a little bit of try. Is that Hussein Adome who tried to play that cover, but the ball was a little too much for him. He was trying to save the house, but the house was already on fire.
So it's 3 points for Sports and 2 for UCU.
Eddie, improvisation, Opus, 100 pickup, out of system set, off the block right there. The rally is brewing once again, up high. This time, there is a net touch from, that is not Joseph Opus.
Chat number 15 there.
Exactly. I mean, I tell you, some of these players are short in stature, but their ability and their agility, their productivity is really tremendous.
He also didn't mean to touch the net, but he did.
There is the set!
Makomara! 3 points for UCU.
I'm looking
for Sports.
For the right words to describe Makobara on that flight. It was spicy, it was icy, and it was itchy.
What an attack from Makomara.
Exactly.
The setter did use him a lot in the second set. An error from Eli. Eli's not a very good server.
A huge hit right there. That is for UCU. And then going into the service, you make an error of that caliber. I call that a rookie error. It's like you started playing volleyball yesterday. Don't make the service a little hard. Service over.
Another error on the Scottish side. This time, like, more experienced Jonathan.
You don't want to give them an easy service, but again, you're hitting your hard service into the net. So, who is benefiting?
So you discourage jump servers?
I don't discourage jump servers,
Because it's
but
the most risky service.
it is, but it is productive as well. But it has the highest margin of error. 100 pickup, but there is an error. The combination block of Hussein Adome and who was that? Is that Eli Naguma?
No. Ian
Yeah,
Akampa.
on the front court, and the net is still shaking. It is fishing for that is CCU, just like they said in Unyankore, akuliba to munyanya, akuliba to mumboga. Yego.
Who's
There is the
teaching
dam.
you?
Pick up.
Teaching you those
There is a free ball once again. Options for the setter, all in motion, up high.
knockout, net touch. UCU point. It's 5 for UCU and 6 for Spotters. A very good referee there.
Right there from Rwanda. He is
FIVP.
exactly FIVB. And right there, you see a lot of fans here in the arena. I see players, I see ex-players, I see fans just continuing to storm into the arena. It is becoming cool at this particular moment. We had a game from the morning, and some fans have stayed around since morning. Others are just arriving. But it is fun, it is spicy, it is icy, and it is UCU. It is another
This
era
communication.
from the two players, Push and the captain.
Who's failing to communicate with his teammates? That's just a simple ball dropped on their side. A ball they would have just put across. 7 points for Spotters and 5 for UCU. Thank you all for watching,
Exactly.
and subscribe so that you get notifications for all the games that are going to be shown live.
Oh, how about Nixon?
The opposite.
He has been silent for some moments there, but it doesn't mean he cannot hurt you. He puts the H in hurt as he goes up high and hits that ball into the Sport's backcourt.
And it is 6 points for UCU, 7 for Sport S, both teams, Ugandan teams. It's the FIVB. We attracted over five countries that brought their teams. There is Kenya, Uganda, Tanzania, Burundi.
South Sudan as well, and Uganda.
They're all
That's the set.
competing
There is the
here.
hit on the line, but somehow they keep that ball alive. There is a drive. There is a dunk. They are crafty. They can't seem to let the ball drop. There is the set. But miscommunication from the setter. The connection, the perfection, the dam is kept alive. The blocking, but he chooses to go for one hand, that is Eli Naguma, and the blocks are for the Sports side. Just picks up an easy point for Sports.
It's a 2-point game. 2-point game right now. Spotters with an early lead. It's at 8-6. Cavb Malinga communicating with the coach there. I guess the coaches are telling him, please go, kill every ball that comes to you.
The dam is there.
Net touch from Jonathan.
But this time it is Marco Mara. He's not going for power or pace. He's just trying to link that ball behind the blockers, and it forces him to cause an error that results in a point. UCU.
It reduces the deficit from 2 to 1. Hussein in the service box goes to serve to Jonathan. Sam is blocked by Eli in the middle. Nice attack from Jonathan. Shot number 14.
But how about that jump set from Agaba?
Agaba must be a setter. Those sets are not natural for Eddie Ferro.
No, I think sometimes, remember volleyball, you start with the fundamentals. Whether you're going, then after, when you grow up,
Specialize.
You try to specialize. If not, the coach channels you. He sees your ability and your agility and gives you a chance to feel that he believes you're going to be very good at. So it's about starting with the fundamentals first, the dig, the pass, reception, and all that, and service. Then later on, you channel into an element that the coach wants you to have.
A 3-point game we have right here, 7-10. Service error from Cavb Malinga.
But
Shot
he
number
has made
12.
a lot of service errors, despite the fact that he has like 1 or 2 aces in the game so far.
So
But
would you
he has,
still encourage him to jump serve?
I mean, he is a professional. He has been jump serving for long. Probably maybe he's not used to this arena. But in Rwanda, one of the best jump servers outside there. And if he's one of the best jump servers in Rwanda, automatically that makes him one of the best in Uganda, considerably.
because in Uganda they have jump servers. We watched yesterday's game, Nemo Stars taking on Police.
Exactly. Police,
Jump service.
Matthews and Maputo, they really hurt Nemo in terms of jump service, but
Free ball across. Because it was hard. And Mitch Sagaba in
Leon
the
the Baptist was baptizing with water. Here we are baptizing with Mikasa. What a hit that Gaba is caught on the line and it's almost caught into the chest with the Mikasa ball. It is 10 for UCU, and I beg your pardon, it is 10 all for the two sides. That is 10 for UCU. We are going to make the correction right there on the scoreboard, but it is 11 for Sportes and 10 for UCU. Right here in the M10 Arena in Lugogo, just downtown Kampala.
Exactly, just down here. If you're around Kampala, please make sure you come and watch these games in person. If you can, please subscribe to the Sports channel. What an attraction, of course. Not
That is
gifted
a
by
thunderous hit.
but he can jump and hang in the air.
I mean, hanging up high and down hard. It is UCU that is playing catch up, and we are now at 11 all. Our technical team is going to work on that particular bit. It is 11 all on the scoreboard right here in the arena, the service. There is the pickup. Options are all in motion. There is the swing, and that is demolishing the block right there. Combination block of Ian Akampa and Joseph Opus was no match for Jonathan Mukunde.
Jonathan Mukunde, with that attack, he goes to the service box. Will he decide to float or jump serve? He was initially a jump server. Don't know why he changed to a floater.
I think it is a floater.
Why did he change his serving style?
Up high for the hit. That on court. Yes, it is. It is Joseph Opus, short in stature, but his attacks are really up high. He has the jump, he has the reach, and like I told you, these small short people, big things come in small packages.
And the game is tied at 12-12. An overpass.
Coming off the block. A beautiful pickup from Agaba. Cross court set.
Ian Akampa.
Ian Akampa with a hang time, hanging into the skies as if he was hanging on a thread. He stops and pops that ball back into the court. Let's talk about that hang time. Is there a place where this boy is back by that hang time? Have a lot of air time. That hang in the air.
He stayed so many seconds in the air, waited for that ball, and puts it down.
The set, the swing.
Mukama. But he's unable to cover that ball and put it up in the air. The game is tied at 13 all. Our technical team is going to
running and gunning. That is Duke Tomukama. He's going up against his old mates, going up against the team. That's a place where he studied. This is the team. They are always together in at UCU. They are both all university students. But this time, he's bringing out the knives and trying to hurt this team. An error.
And it's still up. Ahmad Malinga says the block is short, goes way above it and scores a point.
I saw that celebration.
Sportes.
That is captured by Malinga. He's playing for Gisagara. He has played for Police, and he is right here in Uganda representing for the boys in blue and yellow. That is Sports Volleyball Club. The pickup, the set, the hit, cross court, and Joseph Opus goes cross court and picks up, and another one that is for UCU. In the famous words of DJ Khaled, another one for UCU. There is the floater, straight into the chest, overpass, comes off the block right there. Options for the setter, flying, one-handed pickup. It is Cuthbert Malinga. These two teams are rebellious. All simple drops, and it is an error. It is a touch over the block. Referee was surely sliding onto the outside, but the referee was right there to watch proceedings and give that point. UCU Volleyball Club. From the replay center, you can watch that pickup from Agaba. Is surely one of the best liberals we have here in the country. But for me, my favorite libero is actually playing for KCC That is none other than
Sharif.
that is Sharif.
The
Right
game,
there. He was playing for OBB, but he's now playing for KCC. He's my favorite libero right here in Uganda.
have you watched Brian of Nemo Stars?
I've watched Brian Schwal.
And he's not your best?
No? No.
Okay.
I think favorite
One man's meat?
is another man poison.
All right. My meat is Brian Agawa.
Exactly.
Brian
Up
of
high
Nemo
for the
Stars.
stage.
Mark
What a
O'Mara.
Mark O'Mara. Weaving and achieving for that is
You see
ECU.
gifting it 16 points. It's 16 rather. 16 UCU and 15 for
And
Sport
it means
S.
a lot. It means a lot for this UCU side. So the fact that in the lead, it's really giving them the momentum because they really need this set.
Ian Akampa Sams. What an attack from Cuthbert Malinga. So long as the ball is up, he'll surely give you that point. What an attack. Cuthbert Malinga playing his strength in Isagara.
But Malinga lives his life above the net. He is a skywalker and he's a high jumper. He's rich above the blockers, slicing and dicing, weaving and achieving. Up high, what a beautiful
Monster
block.
block from Jonathan. Jonathan Tumukunde, shot 14 of Scottish. Wonderful block, one-on-one, and he says, no way through. I will put it down. He puts down Mark O'Mara this time.
There is another floater, straight into the chest. There is the pickup. There is the back set, and it is
2 points.
a Cuthbert Malinga story right here at the MTN Arena in Lugongo. It is UCU at 16 and Sports at 18. They are forced to call for a timeout and they'll go back to the drawing board. I still see Coach Juma Osunge with instructions for this UCU side. It is now or never for them because our Sports has taken the second set and we are tied at 1 apiece. If they take the second one, they surely have the advantage.
And it will be a big mountain to climb for UCU. The set down. It's 18 points for Sports and 16 for UCU. We come to the end of the first time out for Team UCU. The coaches still passing their words, but they are forced back to get on court and proceed with the game. I believe the UCU coaches had a word for Adome.
So we shall have Nemo Stars, the next matchup, to be taking on Kings of
from Burundi.
So I expect fireworks, I expect lights, I expect cameras, I expect action, I expect satisfaction. There is the hitch and the pickup.
Naguma Eli looks down, ball is out from the opposite. Those are 3 points. 3 points lead. 3 points lead for UCU. You see Ogusul there talking to his coaches. I don't know what change he wants the coaches to make, but I believe the coaches know what they're doing there.
Trying to receive. There is the pickup. There in transition through the center.
Eli has shown
Rolling
us.
and controlling. That is Eli Naguma. How about the perfection? How about the connection from none other than the artist and the DJ? That is
Adome Hussein,
Hussein
the setter for UCU.
Adome.
Nice connection there with his center player, Eli. Eli has shown us he can pass on Sam's block anytime. Says Eli's block. Woo!
Goodness gracious me. Rising up high and ascending. That is Sam Enwao, a player who started his career under the tutelage of Coach Suga right there at VVC. And from there, he was picked up by none other than Sports Volleyball Club. And he has been representing for Sports. He is a Sports champion 2 times in a row.
Naguma Eli taken off. It has been a Naguma Eli and Guam Sam Shaw against each other.
Rather
O'Mara making it 18 for UCU and 20 for Sports.
It's a
Very late game.
It's a 2-point cushion, but these boys have showed they have rebelliousness. These boys have showed they have resilience. That is UCU. They pick up the first set, and Sports comes back with guns blazing, and they pick up the second set. They are tied at 1 apiece. So whoever takes this second one will be having the advantage and there's a chance to take the 3 points.
UCU brings on Blair for a taller block. Dump from Duke Chomukama, and it scores. Like I was saying earlier, UCU brings on a taller block of Blair, less of Opus, but it doesn't help there since Chomukama was able to pass and score that. It's 21 for Sports, 18 for UCU. Both teams from Uganda.
There is the float service, pick up by Obusu. Options all in session. Up high comes off the block, and once again he is completely locked out. You can't go past me. That is the message from his Sports blockers. The combination block of Tuskunde and Alan Alinda right there on the front court, rolling and controlling for Sports.
Blair is taken off and Opus is brought back. Joseph Opus is a very good receiver, not gifted with height, but he can jump way high there. And he's shown us already in this set that yes, I can score any ball that's given to me. Good reception from Marco Mala. They go for the middle. Ayala is unable to kill that ball. Ayala kills the ball on the block.
Access denied. Flying in from the back, 1-on-1. Imano. They are left on an island alone, and guess who was victorious?
Ayala of UCU.
Ayala, the block. In the famous words of Shamira, he was shut down.
19 points for UCU and 22 for Sports. Ball is up. Referee calls for a carry from the center. Two touches from the center. That's a point for UCU Dubs. 2023.
The 2023 or 2022?
Right, sorry, 2022.
Yeah, beg your pardon. Service, floater, straight into Duke Chomukama. The back set, slicing and dicing through the block. Combination of Ian Akampa and Nixon, and the substitution. Here comes the cavalry.
Double substitution.
Here comes the foot soldiers.
The headmaster.
Daniel Goom.
Monster blocker.
Let's talk about the luxury that this Sports Volleyball Club side has. I mean,
whoever they bring
Daniel
on,
Goom could start in any team here in Uganda.
Whoever they bring on is equally good or better than the
I
person
expected you
dressed.
to differ on what I just said. I said Daniel Goom can start in any team in Uganda. I expected you to say he can start in your beloved Nemo Stars.
Absolutely.
Oh. Rare error from Hussein Adome.
And that's set point for Sports.
And Sports
24.
Yeah, they are supposed to call for timeout considering the fact that there is a bigger error from that is the person who had yet made an error in this game. He has been operating very well in terms of the spicy sets. He has been gliding and giving these players some of the most spicy sets. But this time around, just showing he has blood, he's showing he's human, and he makes an error.
He gives a point to Sports and he set point 24-20. 24 for Sports, 20 for UCU. What an interesting game we are watching. I hope you're enjoying from wherever you're watching from. Don't forget to subscribe so that you get the notifications of the upcoming games. Right after this, we'll have Nemo Stars taking on Rukinzo of Burundi.
700 and over 7 kilometers. I say through the center, but here Nakapa was a little greedy on the tack. He ends up touching the net right there. Like I told you, they say in Runyankore, Akaribata. Exactly, he touched it to the net, and it is 25 and 20. Mark the statistics.
The set score 2 for Sports and 1 for UCU Dubs. And the just concluded set, Sports scored 25 points. And on that, they had 12 attacks, 4 blocks, 2 aces, and 7 opponent errors. Whereas UCU had 20 points only. That's 11 attacks and 2 wonderful blocks, 1 ace, and 6 opponent errors. A very balanced game. The errors are very similar.
7 and 6 errors right there. So, there's a Scottish is back in the driving seat. They had lost the first set, and it was UCU with the bragging right. But as Scottish, with a team of its caliber, with a team of its nature, they went to the drawing board. They reduced on the errors. They changed in the lineup. Daniel Boom went into the bench. They had none other than Kaslat Malinga starting in the second and the third sets. And it is not a mistake from Coach Memore Dube. It is no surprise that Scottish is up 2 sets and you see at 1.
Yeah, UCU has a mountain to climb, has to win the next set so that it can force a decisive. This is the best of 5. You have to win at least 3 sets. The third set, if we are tied, will be at play of 15 points. So we'll be right back for the fourth set of this game.
But before we go, let me just say that read some of the names of the people who are sending messages. May M Shine 3-1, the win was Forest. Joan Malik played wow among Joan Okadaro sides on behalf of all Ugandans. We are very sorry for the poor service. Eric Punya deleted the message. Bambali Alex dreaming. Harvey Staff says GCU 3 scored at 0. Eric Punya, let's see if GCU boys did their first work. Forest. Blake Abidi said Forest has not yet covered from the losses in the second round league. Amiel Karemire, UC is taking the second set at Omjuni Brian. One game is there at 8 p.m. That is Nemustas taking on Rukinzo right there in Burundi. 700 and over 700 kilometers all the way across, rather 606 kilometers all the way across the border.
It's an interesting game we're going to have there. Lemos has having lost its first game against Police, and Police has won its second game today against the other fourth team in their group pool, who is Jeshi of Tanzania. Won it earlier 3-1. And tomorrow we'll have another set of games. Subscribe to this channel and you'll get all the notifications for the games that will be coming. The teams are back for the fourth set. UCU doesn't make any significant changes. No change at all. No, there's one change. Eli is off. Eli is off for Ayala. Spotters stays with the team that won the second and third set. Yes, please.
We talked about height being an advantage for a volleyball player.
Yes.
Look at the height that UCU has fronted onto the front court. Apart from Nixon and Mark O'Mara. Mark O'Mara is also a little bit short compared to the UCU players. I mean, if Ayala is going up as a blocker against a 6'5" that is none other than Sam Wow. He eats, he breathes volleyball. He lives his life above the net. He is a skywalker, and anything above the net in the middle is surely going to smash it. If you're a shorter blocker, you are at a disadvantage. But volleyball is the game of uncertainties.
UCU has to win this set so that it can push a decisive. It's Spotters with the advantage. 2 sets in the hand, and Spotters has an early lead. Thank you all for watching. What is your prediction for this third set? This fourth set. The CIVB Zone 5 Club Championship 2025 that are happening in Kampala, Uganda. We have so many representatives from different countries: Burundi, South Sudan, Kenya, Rwanda, and not forgetting the host nation, Uganda. Adome in the service box. Adome to start us off. The service box. Remember, UCU has a tough hurdle to climb. Win this set, we go for a decisive, and you see who takes the game.
So it is a Scottish volleyball club. It is at 2 Scottish, and it is 1 for UCU. That is in terms of set service straight into the man of the moment.
4-4.
That is
Tough but Malinga.
The judge, the jury, and the executioner. Cuthbert Malinga crossed the border from Rwanda with a guillotine. He's sacrificing these boys right now. I mean, what a hit that is.
That's a wonderful hit from 4-4.
UCU with a chance. Options, they are all in motion.
Mark O'Mara
picks up a point.
Uses the high block.
UCU Volleyball Club, demolishing the blockers.
Cuthbert Malinga together with Sam, they're unable to shut down Mark Omara. Shot number 2, UCU, and it sends him to the service box.
Makomara with the service. It is a floater. Improvisation. Up high. I mean, down hard. That is
Cuthbert
Cuthbert
Malinga once
Malinga.
again.
If there's a name that has been rolling on my tongue for time immemorial from the time this game started, especially in the second set, it has been Cuthbert Malinga. Whether it is on service, whether it is on the front court or the back court, he's surely having an imprint onto this game. Flying in from the back right there.
Makomara. He has the team on his shoulders.
His shoulders are
And he's showing it.
His
that
shoulders
they can
are
score,
surely
yes.
hurting.
He's carrying the whole team on his shoulders.
Yeah, that is Nakamura. Yesterday it was a tale of Nixon representing for UCU. But this time around, it is Nakamura, the captain, leading by example and representing for UCU Volleyball Club. There is the pickup. There is the
Ball out.
the swing, but the ball flies onto the outside. That is for none other than that's UCU. It is another error, and all these errors are an advantage for Sports Volleyball Club.
It's 3 points for Spotters with an early lead, and 2 for UCU in this fourth set. Remember, UCU has to win this set to force the decider.
It is so it is the first. Remember, this is the best of 5. All these were qualified, were made in the year 1998. Before that, they were playing best of 3. So, and that was a score of 15. The first 15 points and best of 3. So, if you get the first 2 sets, you have won the game. But from 1998, it is the year when they introduced the libero. It is the year when they gave the coaches freedom to roam onto the touchline, and it is the year that they introduced the playing 5 system, 5 sets, including the decisive. And that is,
if the teams are tied, the decider is orange.
Exactly. What a smash
The
that
decider
is.
is orange. Playing
We almost
points.
it was the story was all about Cuthbert Malinga, but Jonathan Mutumukunde is here to remind us anything Cuthbert can do.
I can match it. Scoring a very hard point, hard ball attack there in position 2.
Jonathan Mukunde
Very
floats that
good service.
straight into
Ombusul receives it well.
the libero, and
Ian
this is
Akapa.
one of those times when they are going to the middle. That is Ian Akampa. He's going up against some of his idols. Idolizes Jonathan Mukunde as well as Jonathan Rukundo.
The 2 boys who made him love volleyball.
Exactly. They told him all he knew and decided it is because of them that he was able to join UCU, because he was called to come for trials. And that was the beginning of his story, playing in UCU and playing in Serie A. But in the meantime, what a hit that was from Duke.
Duke Chomukama. And Ogusul is unable to cover. Yes, he's in the right position, but he's unable to cover the ball. It gives a point to Spotters. It's a 2-point game.
The pickup, the set through the center. It is a swallow ball. A ball boomerangs. Ball ricochets off to the net, and the ball is a point for UCU. We are at 5 for UCU and 6 for Sports. Like I said, now or never, UCU.
CFB Zone 5 Club Championships happening right here in Uganda. If you're not here, I don't know where you are.
Exactly. There is the swing. There is the hit. Coming off the block, rolling, weaving, and achieving. That is Sports.
I love the way Cuthbert Malinga Moral boosts himself up.
Exactly. After
a very good attack, he jumps, celebrates his points, joins his teammates.
I mean, that's how it's supposed to gives him momentum every time you go up high to attack, because it is more like muscle memory. You remember how you attacked the previous one, so it seems you'll be able to attack. Attack for the setter. Cross. It is a smaller Hussein Adome, the shorter Hussein Adome. I told you, big things come in small packages. He's shorter and smaller than Cuthbert Malinga, but he manages to deliver a block and the point.
Did you see how he turned to look at you? Yes, I blocked you. Yes, I blocked you.
He stood like he felt it was a volleyball ping pong at that particular moment. The only thing missing was beating his chest. There is an error from that is Jonathan Mukunde. But
wonderful
ask
set.
you,
Yes.
If Uganda was having a national team game tomorrow, who are the 6 players you're going to field?
Is that a test?
It is a question.
Well, international or the local ones as well?
We are going to have a game tomorrow. My, oh my. That is a ferocious attack.
Cavb Malinga.
But Malinga, he is flawless. He went to the 3rd floor and hammered it down on the 1st floor. Cuthbert rolling, weaving, gaining, gathering, and achieving.
I'll give you an answer to your question later on,
Exactly.
before we finish the broadcast today.
Exactly. But for me, I think my only problem would be in the diagonal. That is the right attacker, the diagonal. That is what we call the opposite here in Uganda. Because we have some of our best players are actually diagonals.
Yes, the opposites.
Yes, what we call the opposites. I'm talking the likes of Jawudo Okello. I'm talking of Geoffrey Onapa. Now there is
Jonathan
Mukunde right there.
scoring the
Yeah,
last point.
scoring. He's stepping in the footsteps of his older brother. That is
Kundo.
yeah, that is Rukundo. One is Jonathan, one is Jonathan. I think sometimes I confuse these names. But I believe this is Jonathan Mukunde and the other one is Jonathan Rukundo.
This is Jonathan.
Exactly.
He's played for Nemo Stars, OBB, and now he's at Scotland.
Also playing for ABB.
Yes.
Yeah, actually, like the team that came into the league and I was a bandwagon fan, it was OBB. My first time watching them was 2021 in Ndeje University at the Ndeje Open. They had the tall and lanky players, Salva, right there in the middle blocking position. And that is and this other player who just left Sky right there. What a hit. Up high, slicing and dicing. That is it Jonathan Mukunde?
Yes, Jonathan Mukunde, the opposite. Most of those OBB players have joined these other teams, and they're still playing their trend in the Ugandan volleyball.
Exactly.
We have the best libero, you said, Sharif. We have Jonathan, Nemo Stars Tuton, the opposite, Ivan,
That is my best libero.
Salva.
And the time he became my best libero, that is he's playing for KCC now. The time Nemo was playing OBB, the finals that OBB won in their maiden season in the Serie A of UVF. That boy brought blood, sweat, and tears on court. What a set that is. The pickup right there. Ogusul gets the ball in play. It is a free ball.
Moses.
Moses is crafty. The ability and the opportunity. He just sends that ball into the corner to pick up that point.
No one was there to cover the ball.
Exactly. I mean,
Beautiful
say
from
you
Moses.
right.
Beautiful from Moses. Knowing your court, knowing where the court is.
Exactly. There is another pickup. Options for the setter through the center.
Alan is unable to block a camper.
That hit is cash.
10 ECU, 12 Scottish.
Exactly.
2-point game.
It's
2
2
point
points.
game.
But this means a lot for UCU.
They
You're
have to
behind
win this
by, 2.
and they set
This
down.
is a matter of life and death. What they say, what they hear, the block. Is it onto the front court? Yes, it is.
11-12.
I'll not be surprised if ECU makes this point. I'll not be surprised if Coach Memo Dube, all the way from Bulawayo in Zimbabwe, calls for a timeout because this momentum that you see gaining is helping them to gather and achieve points.
And you let these students psych up, you're gone. Nice
The
reception
pickup.
from that.
Apply for the set. This other side has a lot of dragons who are spitting fire at the MTN Rugoga Arena. Earlier on, it was Timokunde. At first, it was the Cuthbert Malinga. And now, the young lad, that is none other than Duke Chomukama says, this is now my time to write my story.
And indeed, he wrote a very beautiful volleyball story there.
Exactly. The
Nice.
pickup through the center. There is another pickup. Improvisation out of system set. There is the D. There is the set. There is the hit. There is the block.
90.
You can't go past me. He is completely rooked.
Timeout for UCU at 14-13. 13. They are 3
Exactly.
points behind.
I almost thought Sports was going to call for the timeout because the momentum that was building for UCU was propelling them and pushing them into the lead. But it is a change up in terms of stories. As long as you keep rolling the dice, you get a six.
You
So
have 6 chances to get the 6.
exactly. So Sports has been rolling their dice, and it is their time to get a 6 right now. They are playing a sensational piece of volleyball. They are flawless, and they are achieving in terms of the scoreboard.
End of the first time out for UCU, and the scores are still 11 for UCU and 14 for Sports. Both teams from Uganda.
See Nemo fans right there already arriving. That is the ladies. And the ladies who play in Serie A. I see Melissa. She is one of the hardcore fans of that is Nemo Volleyball Club. And I'm seeing that lady. There is that girl. She was at Iganga applying for the hit and the swing to the
Push.
spot. That girl was at Iganga High School and she was playing for Nemo by then. And now she's still playing for the and representing Movies Volleyball Club right there. I'm forgetting the name. Nakato right there. All the way
Anything
from,
Nemo Stars
from
is off
Uganda.
my
She's,
fingerprints.
yeah, she's playing for Nemo.
Right after this, we'll have Nemo Stars taking on Kizo from Burundi. Duke 4-4. Chops his hand, sends the ball right there in position. It's 15 points for Sports and 12 for UCU.
He is solid. It is vivid that he came to represent and is having no mercy whatsoever for his former side, a team that is plays for in the university.
And search for his block. Mark Omara is blocked. Alan is psyched up in this set. It's 16 points for Sports rather, and 12 for UCU. 4-point game. You see shot number 16, Alan, who I earlier said is not a center player, showing me yes I can play in the middle.
Exactly.
And he's scoring,
the
blocking.
Up high for the set.
Away.
Coming off the block and
this time Mark Omara says yes I can pass over and scores above.
Let me take this moment to talk about Hussein Adomi.
Yes, please.
His sets are really exquisite. His sets are brilliant. His sets are stupendous. He's really helping his team to stay into the game.
I was expecting more words. Beautiful, tremendous. Another beautiful drop, another beautiful block there from the Sports team. It is 17 for Sports and 13 for UCU. Cavb Malinga is able to pass the ball off as we see on the replay. 17 for Sports, 13 for UCU. That was a carry. That was a carry, yes. Another point for Sports.
Should I say Sports is running away this game because it is a 4-point question they are setting for themselves? Look at that height from none other than that is Cavb Malinga. The pickup, the set, the
jump is covered well by Sam.
The crafty touch. There is the dam. Improvisation set. Chance.
Hussein says yes, I can also hit.
The pickup, the hit, the dam. There is the important cover. There is an important pick, an important set, an important hit. Talking about importance, he has been important for this Sports Volleyball Club.
Time out.
Hurting them.
Cavb Malinga says it's over. He demolishes that attack. It's 19 for Sports, 13 for UC Uganda. And timeout. UCU is supposed to call for a timeout there. 13-19.
Sports Volleyball Club is gaining momentum despite the fact that they lost the first set. They came back stronger. They went to the drawing board. They have some of the best players in the country, and they have no reason whatsoever to face, be scared. Sporters had no reason whatsoever to get scared, despite the fact they lost the first set. They came back stronger. They came back and went to the drawing board. And it's a reason as to why they're in the league. They have some of the best players in the country. There is the service, the floater, the pickup, back set, flying in from the back. What an important pickup that was. But it is Ayala standing tall and picking up the block from the overpass. But despite the fact that there's a big margin, UCU at 14 and 19, it is a different story because they are putting up a fight.
UCU still entertaining us with those wonderful attacks. Thank you all for watching. Sam hits the ball and it's the liner says the ball is off. The referee insists the ball is on. That's 20. Sporters gets to the 20s. And UCU is still on 14.
So the story is the same. Sporters Volleyball Club has been rolling and controlling this matchup, especially from the second set. The pickup from Ogusul, the back set, flying, but he is completely locked out. He's put in quarantine. He's put in the lockdown, and it is a 3-man block of Cavb Malinga. That is Engwao. And this time around, it is Engwao and Malinga into celebration. The fans of UCU are slowly trying to keep their team in their prayers and giving them that momentum and morale. It's another beautiful block. And talking about momentum, it seems like Sporters has gained that momentum. They are not letting go of their foot on the gas. They are at a high speed, and at this high rate, they are picking up the points. They are picking up the pace and the substitution. They have brought on Zulu Kif, a player that I first saw back in the days playing at Ubuntu Hill School, still under the tutelage of Coach Poka Manyiro. Is right here at the arena representing with the cream de la cream. It is another era from UCU Volleyball Club.
UCU looks like it has given up on this set. They are trailing 9 points already, and Sporters is already on 23. Sporters has indeed won this. Sporters brought on the fans' favorite, Zulke. He's unable to cover the ball there. We really want to see his attack there. I hope the setter gives him that ball for the last point. 23 and 15 for UCU. 23-15. The fans are all cheering him on. Zulu Cave. That is shot number 18.
Preparing to serve. Marco Mara. And just like you mentioned, it seems like UC has given up on this one. They started off so strong. And from a look of things, the Sporters fans are electrified. And Zulu Kif is preparing to serve. He floats that ball. There is the pickup from Ogu School. It's now or never to reduce on the momentum of Sporters flying in from the back, rolling, weaving and achieving. What a hit that is from Mark Omara. So it is 1 point for the set and the game. That is Sporters Volleyball Club. And it is 16 for UCU Volleyball Club. So it is now or never for Sporters. They have a chance to receive and finish this off. There is the floater. Pick up by Agaba. Improvisation. There is the hit. Is it on? The ball flies onto the outside. And it is another UCU point. It is 17 for UCU. And it is 24 for Sporters. It's another floater. The pickup by Zulkif. The phones are in the frenzy. But Zulkif flying in from the back. The ball flies onto the outside. He went into flight mode. And the fans, there's a roar among the Sporters fans. He's a young boy. He just came out of high school like 1 year ago. He was at Ubuntu Hill School under the tutelage of Coach Poka Manyiro. And right now he's representing at the biggest of stages. He has been given chance. An overpass through the center. And it is finishing style from Engwao. It was a one-sided story. UCU started off so well because they took the first set, but Sporters, with the players that they do have, the players of his caliber, of the caliber that they do have on the bench was Cuthbert Malinga, but he started the second and the third and the fourth set as well. As it is no surprise that they put Daniel Gum on the bench. And let's talk about the fact that their bench was pregnant and they had players who could come off and affect the game in terms of scoring, in terms of blocking. The likes of Cuthbert Malinga, beautiful and sensational piece of volleyball right here at the M10 Arena in Lugogo. Mark, I see the stats right there. You can go through them as we pray for Nemo.
We see so many errors from the UCU side. It's in the 25 points of Sporters. There were 15 attacks and 4 blocks, 3 aces for Sporters, and 3 errors, 7 errors from UCU. Sporters in this last set minimized the errors, just 3 of them. 2 blocks, 9 attacks, and 1. We thank you all for watching this game. And Sporters with its first win, they are semi-finalists from the last edition. They start the 2025 edition with a win, and hopefully they will go places in this time around. Thank you all for watching, and Shadrach will sign us off.
So as we are signing out, please don't forget we have another matchup that's coming through. That is none other than Nemo. That will be taking on Rokinzo. Rokinzo crossed the border over 600 kilometers all the way from Mabochumbura, crossing rivers, valleys, and mountains to come and represent here in Kampala. Do not move a muscle. This is the home of classic volleyball. This is Sporters celebrating 30 years in existence. It is Cavb Zone 5. My name is Shadrach. So long. We shall be back with another matchup.